What are you doing? Come on. Come on. I know. Dad's home. It's okay. It's okay. I just have to go relieve some tension. That's all. We just had to go shoot some things. Okay, get down. Come on. Hey everybody, thank you for watching i5 Tactical. So, we got a new rifle, and as you guys might have seen from Instagram and Twitter and some prior posts I had, that went out and bought a new hunting rifle, something that I could customize and fit some things to myself and kind of really make my own, instead of going out and buying something that was already in place and just sighting it in. So what I did was I went out and we ended up getting a 30-06. Okay, this is a Ruger American 30-06. Went ahead and put a CV light bipod on there, which I highly recommend. It was great for long distance shooting today, sighting it out and seeing what its capabilities are. And I gotta say, it's a smooth rifle. It did its job. I was able to put it in the bullseye from 100 yards, 200 yards, and 250, and keep it consistent. We were able to get it sighted in pretty quick. I did use hold off at 250 instead of sighting it in and adjusting for 200 yards. And then I dialed back down to 100, and we went ahead and left it at that. And then I just used hold off, aiming out again. There's a steel plate that sits out at 200 yards. They call it the gong, and it allows us to shoot at that, make sure that we're still on target, and we're able to determine our hold off correctly. You know, it's not too big. It's a little 1 foot by 1 foot square steel plate that hangs on a chain. So if you can hit that, you're doing pretty good. Yeah, so this is the 30-06. It's a Ruger American 30-06 Springfield. Okay, not to be mistaken with a Springfield rifle. It takes a 30-06 Springfield round. Fairly large cartridge, packs a good punch, but it's great. I can't say enough about this rifle. Went ahead and we ended up putting a outdoor connection sling on here, and then I went ahead and got the Benelli Banner 2 scope to sight it in with. And this is one of the most clear reticles I've had. I gotta say, it's nice clear glass. It gets the job done. The thing I like about it a lot too is it actually has a cover. It has a slight tint to it, but it's clear. You can see straight through it, so it allows you to keep that cover on and still be able to spot and stock that way. I'm going to be taking it out to Okanogan County this year with me and my father. We're going to be doing another hunt. We haven't got to do that in some years, and well, he's getting older and I'm getting older, and it's one of the few times we'll have left to go out and really do some work together. So we're kind of excited to cover the same old mountains that I trained on as a kid. You know, I can remember when me and him, we went hunting for the first time. I had just passed my hunter safety course. I believe I was about 12 years old. And he took me out that following year when I was 13. And I laid down a couple of the bucks the following years. One of them is still up on the wall in my living room here. And it means a lot to me. So getting to spend that good quality time with them is something I've wanted to do for a long time. Haven't been able to do, but we're doing it this year. So I'm excited about that. I got a couple buddies meeting us from Montana coming in that I haven't got to see since childhood, so that'll be fun to kind of reconnect. You guys will come along with me. I'll have a GoPro on the whole time so you see my POV footage. And you know, hopefully if we lay a big buck down, we'll get that on camera too. But yeah, just wanted to cover the 30-06, the Ruger American 30-06. This is a nice bolt action rifle. It's smooth. You know, it does have a little bit of a give to it right there, which you would want. You want it to lock in place real good. You know, when you have a round in the chamber, you want the bolt to be nice and smooth coming out, which it is. And for a budget rifle, and I say that because we're not looking at you know, anything too expensive, but for a rifle of this caliber, this is very, very affordable. The trigger system is great. Let's see if I can get you in there. So you have, here, I'll go from this side. You got your pull right there, and then that's where your click will happen, right? Okay. So I don't recommend dry firing your rifles too much, but like I said, this is a budget rifle. It's still in solid condition. Lock it in place. You'll pull that back, you feel that, and right there. See, I barely touched that there. That's where you're going to have your give at, and then and be able to fire your rounds. So it doesn't take a whole lot. It's a very smooth trigger there. The safety is located on the back, so you have safe and fire, and that is directly under where the back of the scope would go, towards the rear of the bolt. Anyway, so this this rifle obviously has a different camouflage pattern than most. This is somewhat close to the Killick camo patterns that we have out there. I can't remember the exact type of camo they said this was. If you guys know what this is, please leave a comment below and let me know. But that pattern, I just love it. It kind of keeps it more custom. Like I said, then being able to put my own bipod and scope on there, side it out, and then and have a sling that works better for me. I like these a lot. It's got the nylon backing here, and then just a standard sling otherwise, but it has a leather inside that's backed by a nylon plate, and it keeps it nice and sturdy, gives a little bit more padding there, so it works out great. But yeah, all in all, this rifle, this is probably going to be my go-to going forward. I was going to use the open sight 30-30 that I had showed you guys in previous videos, the lever action, but I decided in order to get some good distance and make sure that I was spot on my target from anywhere from 100 to 200 yards, that I'd use something that I could put a scope on and it would look good. I'm not going to touch that 30-30. I'm going to leave it how it is. That is an older model. They're very hard to find. All in all, this is an amazing rifle. I couldn't be happier with this purchase. I could not be happier. For the money, you can still get these in and under, $400 or $500. They will of course have just a regular black synthetic stock. You'll have a couple stickers that mark it off. You'll have one here that says Ruger, one on the back that says Ruger with the symbol. You do not have to pay extra for those. The butt of the gun is very it's a good sturdy rubber, but it does have some compression to it, so it allows for some comfort fit, a little bit better to your shoulder. Now I will say, having a 30-30 caliber 30-06 caliber round, as some of you might know that are avid hunters, it does give a little bit of a kick, and after shooting about 20 rounds and making sure I was all dialed in and knew where my hold off was, it does leave a little bit of an impression. So keep that in mind. Most of the rounds that I see chambered in this are you get like a 6.5. They have a 308. I think you might even be able to get the Ruger American in a 300 Win Mag. Don't quote me on that. I haven't seen them, but this is the 30-06. Haven't seen too many of them out there, and for the size of the round and how far out you can go with these, it was worth the buy. So that's kind of why I went with that. Anyhow, just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown on this. It does come with a standard 4-round magazine. Okay. These are going to look different than your standard magazines. They do not have a compression plate with a spring underneath. What it does is it has a spring-loaded swivel bar, so that'll actually turn to the side as you load your rounds, and then it just slides on in there. It is synthetic stock, so it's the polymer material, so you can't really ask for too much. They don't make the metal core magazines, so that's something to think about too if you're real particular about that. But for me, I'm not. I have a lot of polymer firearms, and I'm a big avid Glock guy. Up until recently, I started carrying the Tokarov 7.62x25 is my daily carry. And I explained that in a prior video just because of the reputation of them. But these are just, they're really solid guns. I love them. I actually put a aftermarket grip on there. So I took the plates that were originally on there off and put one on that's more custom, has the dovetail on the back, and has your finger grooves up front. So it kind of makes it more modern. And I love that. For a sidearm, it's something I can trust. It's something I've shot a lot and gotten used to. So it's good to have if you're out hunting. Anyway, I wanted to stop and show you guys. We did get to take it out to the range, so we're going to go ahead and roll some footage from that. right, so as you were able to see, it shoots fairly well. This rifle was really easy for me to sight in. Having a background knowledge of how to adjust your rifle scopes is imperative. Anyway, it was fun. It was a great day out there. Got to get some of that in. That's a big stress reliever for myself. I noticed that if I get out to the range at least, once every week or so. I was going a lot more originally, but obviously with the shortage of ammo, that's kind of what we're working with. You want to save and stockpile some of the stuff you got. So the rest of it's in the safe. It'll stay there unless I'm using it or have a need to. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all. I'll see you guys next time.